What is up, you guys? Welcome back. Welcome to Garrett Movie House. For those of you that have been subscribed to my channel for a while now and have been watching my videos, I'm sure you guys know that I am a pretty big Star Wars fan. Not only am I a Star Wars fan, but my favorite character in the Star Wars universe is actually Darth Vader. And he's also one of my favorite characters in all film history. I just really love his background, I love his story, I love who he is as a person and as a machine. I know that this past week, the trailer for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was released, and immediately everyone decided to make a trailer reaction video or a trailer breakdown video or a trailer review video. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, truth is, I've been watching the trailer every single day since it came out, a few times a day. And the first time that I watched it, I literally jumped off my seat and screamed yes as soon as I saw the Millennium Falcon like flying through the air and right above the sand on what seems to be Tatooine, but we're not really sure yet. And then seeing those two TIE fighters shooting at it, I thought my heart was melting. The whole entire trailer gave me chills, it gave me goosebumps, it got my heart pumping, and every single time that I watch it, I still get excited over it. And seeing those X-Wings in like perfect formation was absolutely gorgeous to look at. So because the trailer brought so many emotions and feelings to surface, I thought it would be really cool for me to dedicate a whole video and maybe explain to you guys what it is that I love about Star Wars. 1, 2, 3.
Garrett Movie House!
So of course Star Wars is huge. The whole Star Wars universe is a lot bigger than you think it is, or most people think it is. Not only do we currently have 6 movies and the 7th coming, but aside from all of those movies, we have comics, we have books, we have the EU books, and we also have seasons and seasons of the Clone Wars. The truth is, at the end of the day, even if I did talk about all of those things, everything would pretty much come down to a few simple things. At least for me. Star Wars is awesome storytelling. It's a great adventure filled with amazing characters. And everything is based around the idea of good versus evil. It doesn't matter which movie you're watching, it doesn't matter which book you're reading, it doesn't matter which episode of which Star Wars series you're watching. Everything is based around one simple idea. And whenever you do think about good versus evil, you have to keep in mind that it's been taken to like a whole entire different level. Good is as good as it can possibly get, and evil is as bad as it can possibly be. It's literally the dark side versus the light, and there is absolutely no in between. And on top of that idea, what is the one thing that combines everything, that combines the darkness with the light, that just creates an equal fight? The Force. What is the Force? The Force is an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, it binds the galaxies together. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I did just quote Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're welcome. I mean, seriously, how do you come up with something like that? How do you sit down and create that idea of good versus evil and create all of these characters and then create the idea of the Force that surrounds the whole entire galaxy, something that can be shared by everyone, sort of. But my favorite thing about Star Wars has to be the characters. Each character is different from one another. They all bring something different to this amazing story that is being told, which is why it is my favorite thing. Even if you don't get into the story, I feel like getting to know certain characters will almost help you get into the story. Because there's so many different characters, I feel like everyone is capable of finding a favorite character. Boba Fett is most likely the best example of this. Even though he didn't do much, we knew who he was, we knew he was a badass, and even though he didn't do or say much, people became a big fan of him. People love Boba Fett. Some people actually like Jar Jar. Not many, but some do. Not only is there something for everyone to love in the characters, but there's actually a lot in the story itself. I mean, seriously, at first it's pretty much your story of kings and queens and your princess being kidnapped and then rescued by brave knights. But that story was written, and it's been written so many different times, but this time it was like taken to a whole entire different level. Somebody said instead of swords, let's use lasers. Instead of horses, let's use spaceships. And instead of being in the woods and in castles, let's just throw everyone in space and into different planets. The story of Star Wars has everything. It has comedy, it has drama, it has adventure, it has fear, hope, love, friendship, peace, war. It even has slavery and politics. The story itself and how it has so many things to offer is most likely my second favorite thing about the Star Wars universe. But like I said, my favorite thing about Star Wars is definitely all of the characters. I love watching all of these characters develop and go through certain situations where they have to deal with very difficult things and come up with a solution. Whether they're a good guy or a bad guy, everyone is going through something. And not only do you see all of these characters develop throughout the story, and not only do you learn more about them, but you also watch them go through this journey, this adventure, and you see them learn more about themselves also. And seeing everyone go through that journey, going through those steps, going through that adventure, just makes for one hell of a story. I know a lot of people have a big issue with the prequels. I don't dislike or hate episode 1, 2, and 3. I actually don't mind them. I think they bring a lot to the story. Yes, there are a few changes that I wasn't necessarily too happy about, but if you watch them as a separate thing and just pay attention to the story and how all of the 6 movies come together, it's actually pretty good. The only huge big issue that I had with episode 1, 2, and 3 was pretty much the way that George Lucas decided to shoot everything. They just look and feel very different. They have a different vibe that the originals had. Episode 4, 5, and 6 that everyone, including myself, fell in love with. Episode 4, 5, and 6 just feel very realistic because of the way that it was shot. But episode 1, 2, and 3 just feel like you're watching real people inside of a video game. That's how I saw it, and that's the one thing that really bothered me. I try really hard not to take it too seriously because they are just movies. It is just an adventure to have fun with. If you guys have not seen any of the Star Wars movies, I highly recommend you do so. Just keep an open mind, keep an open heart also for all of those amazing characters. I promise you that you have never seen anything like this before, because like I said, all of these characters are very unique, which is why I love them so much, which is why I love the story, because there really is nothing like the Star Wars universe. So if you guys have never seen a Star Wars movie, I suggest you do so. But please, whatever you do not start with episode 1. You have to watch them in the way that they originally came out. You have to watch 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3. And if you are going to do it, right now is the perfect time. You have a whole entire year to watch all 6 movies, because episode 7, The Force Awakens, will be here before you know it. If you guys do love Star Wars, if you do consider yourselves Star Wars fans, what is your favorite thing about the whole Star Wars universe? Hopefully you agree with me and say the characters. And if you do not like Star Wars, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know why it is that you don't love Star Wars, or you don't like Star Wars, or you don't feel like Star Wars is for you. But as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Leave your comments down below. Like the video if you like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching Gary Movie House. Like, comment, and subscribe for my videos. Peace out, homies.